Celtic suffered their first defeat of the season. It's a 2-0 defeat to Braga in a game that suffered one of the worst refereeing decisions you'll ever see. I cannot believe the referee gave that corner to Celtic in the 89th minute when it clearly hit off Callum McGregor. Oh yeah, welcome back to Fog Football. Of course, that's a wee joke, but let's not kid ourselves, folks. We know that.
Wee joke? The only joke is Celtic.
Yeah, the only joke is Celtic.
The only joke is Brendan Rodgers.
But
the only joke is needing to come back in this European game and you having to bring on James Forrest.
Playing Dyson Maeda at right wing back. That's a joke. Is Brendan Rodgers done? Not in terms of he getting sacked, but do you believe that this is just who Celtic are and they're rank rotten?
Aye, how the mighty have fallen. I tell you what, guys. Normally, I'm a big,
coefficient guy.
Coefficient Cup's normally right up my alley, and that's normally a trophy that I'm always looking to lift every single Thursday or Wednesday or Tuesday. But I had 40 quid on Braga, so I'm going to brag about that. Matthew Miles said I was a failed football podcaster. Well, maybe so, but I'm not a failed gambler. I'm in my element.
You gambled on you gambled on the coefficient, and it came up Braga, didn't it? Doesn't really work that, Eric.
Nah,
I'll tell you what works. Inject it. Celtic 2. You wish. Celtic 0, Braga 2. Get it in there. Get it in there.
This is a poor Celtic team, and I think this has got potential to be the first defeat of 3 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm laughing. And Scottish football's probably laughing, but
the sad thing is, this could be the best result a Scottish team gets tonight.
Yeah. So,
which is fucking awful.
I'm sure people will be back later on, but yeah, I mean, you've hit the nail on the head there. But that's for later on, right? This is for right here, right now. Celtic are pish. They're ranked rotten. Now, we'll get into the Iheanacho decision in a minute, of course. But starting 11, thoughts on the starting 11? Donovan back in for Ralston. I actually think Donovan was shafted at half-time, by the way, getting subbed off.
Yeah, it's almost like he's the scapegoat by taking him off at half-time, isn't it?
Tell you what a header there for the Palace guy. Eric, yeah, I know, but it is. I don't understand why he brought on Sirachi, then played Maeda at right wing. Dyson Maeda, you know what? See, at the start of the season, we kind of backed Maeda and said it doesn't really matter. He's not the kind of guy to get his head turned by a transfer. I think he is. I think his head's up his arse.
His head's gone. His head is gone.
His head is gone.
Just like Rodgers, who was watching there.
Anyway, empty seats, right? Plenty empty
seats, empty voices.
No goals, empty nets.
Celtic unable to score. Just another game where, unless they get a lucky deflection or an undeserved penalty, then they just can't put the ball in the back of the net.
Damn right, but, I mean, protest was cancelled, obviously, because the board agreed to meet with them on Monday.
Get it back.
No, you
say start it.
You say get it back. That was as quiet as I've ever heard that. Was it not?
Yep.
That was like during COVID. Honestly, that was fucking...
It was so quiet you could almost hear us celebrating the fucking second goal in Celtic Park.
I know. What's happened? Yeah, money in the bank, guys. Anyway, right. So, Tanitke, he had a couple of... Let's actually just be fair. See Tanitke, right? He's like the only positive from Celtic tonight.
Aye.
I mean, he caused...
Always looking dangerous, lively.
But again, the Celtic board don't get any praise. I mean, looks like they've found a needle in a haystack there. Because he looks pretty good. But anyway, Kasper Schmeichel, let's just address the elephant in the room. He's done. A lot of talk about Tierney being done. A lot of talk about Callum McGregor being done. I think Kasper Schmeichel's done. I mean, last season he had his slippers on. I think the soles are through, man.
I think those slippers are stuck to his feet.
I can't get them off. He can't get the slippers off. Just very sloppy passing, but let's talk about their goal. 1-0. Ricardo Horta tries it for like, 35 yards? Yo, it's a good shot, right? I'm not denying that. But he has to save this. He has to save this. He even saved it wrong. He used the wrong arm. Joe Hart is just a Celtic cheerleader, which is fair enough. He's a Celtic... What is it? He played for them, right? He's going to back them, but do you not think he just needs to call out Kasper Schmeichel here and say it's not good enough? He has to save it. I don't care what anybody says. He's got to question the goalie on that one.
Yeah, he needs to do better.
I mean, we're rewatching it here. So the number 6 plays it into number 20, and then Horta picks it up. I mean, it's like 35 yards, or 33 yards, right? And, like, Joe Hart's banging on about, the swerve, this and that. It
doesn't move that much.
Like, yeah. I would actually argue that's pretty straight, by the way. We've just rewatched it. See, that's as straight as like a shot with a bit of swerve on it can get. And he has to save that for me, but anyway, he doesn't. And then the game at this point...
Maybe he'd 40 quid on Braga as well.
Maybe he did, but at this point the Celtic fans were pretty depressed. Braga had a few set pieces, almost scored. We had Donovan fire over for distance. Grilic had a shot tipped over. He then had a shot not long after that block. That took us into half time. Celtic were hanging on just before the break. I mean, a few half chances. Just looking very disjointed between the midfield and the attack. Going into the second half, Donovan gets subbed off for Srirachi. Again, like we said there, I don't really understand why he gets subbed off. I thought he was one of the better players. But to put Maida at right wing back just tells me that Brendan Rodgers is out of ideas. You don't put a guy that scored 33 goals last season at right back.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to help Maida find his form or get back to his goal scoring ways when you're just basically forcing him into any position. Doesn't look good. This is your star man last season, and now you're playing at right wing back.
No, I mean, Chris Sutton said, regardless of possibly the worst decision of all time, did Celtic really do enough to win the game? They didn't.
Yeah, the answer to that is no.
It would have been 1-0 for it.
I know Chris Sutton's trying to be nice and sweet and stuff like that, and
it's alright, Brendan, I'll wrap you up, maybe I'll bubble wrap, big man.
But at the end of the day, it was a piss poor performance.
No, it was. Right, second half, Iheanacho, heavy touch, really has to find Tanicki, doesn't lose the ball. Yo, Iheanacho will score goals, right? I don't think anybody really doubts that, but he's not good enough. And it's like Celtic have went for Kyogo to Maida or bang on form last season, to then Adam Ida somewhere in there as well, he's shite, and then Iheanacho, it's just, he will score goals, but anybody up front's going to score goals for Celtic, man, that's just the way it is, but he does make it one each, right, and it's a good finish, can't fault this. Right, what's your thoughts on it? Should the goal have stood? Was it the correct decision? Was there a handball? Was there anything? Hit me with it, Jambo Bear, because the Virgin app's put the shut down and I need to go save the day.
Well, all the angles I've seen, I think it's definitely a handball. You can see it clear as day. Comes off his hand. And this just goes to show you what happens. See when Celtic don't have the refs in their pockets? See when the envelopes aren't being delivered through the Royal Mail? Your Majesty? Your what? Your Majesty? See, when they're not getting into the hands of Father John, then these are the kind of correct decisions that are called on the field, and it leads to Celtic not getting gifts. So, aye.
So, for you, correct decision then?
For me...
the clearest handball you'll ever see, guys.
For me, and on behalf of Stuart Kettlewell, I think we can all agree it was a correct decision.
Yeah. Clear handball. Come on, guys.
It's like the hand of God. Yeah, but Maradona would have been proud.
Yeah. I mean, is that Michael Jordan or is that Kelechi Iheanacho, guys? Come on, that's basketball.
Hey, all joking aside, it fucking was a horrible decision, and I can't believe it got disallowed. But there you go. I mean, maybe this just summed up. Maybe this what?
What?
Nah, maybe this. I got to be honest, man. It was a fucking horrendous decision. But maybe this just summed up Celtic's night, because it was a horrible performance.
It was,
and nothing went right for them. Although, listen, I mean, they did have a couple of chances in the second half, and maybe if they'd got the equaliser, they could have built momentum, but see, after that spell around, they did have a few chances around 20 minutes, 15 minutes remaining. I think Tanicki had a chance, and Tierney had a header that was saved, but after that, it just died out, and the second goal killed the game.
What I don't understand about the decision is that they're claiming it's a factual overturn.
They must have other angles that we don't.
Okay, right. Well, let's say theoretically they do have other angles.
Because the only thing, from what they showed us, there was nothing factual about it.
Yeah, I'd say the facts are wrong. What I would say is, right, if a handball is so minuscule that you can't tell from all the angles they've shown on the far replay, then should it really be given as a handball? Honestly, I think it's a joke, man. See, but we're fair. We'll have a wee joke, right? But we're not going to come on here and pretend that is definitely a handball.
From the angle the angle that I've seen, it's one of the worst decisions.
I totally agree.
It is one of the worst handball decisions. It might be the worst, actually.
I just don't understand it. I actually believe if the referee gives a handball, they probably overturn it. But you know what this is? This is re-refereeing football, man.
Yeah, this is not.
If we can't see it for like 3 different replays, then what replay are they seeing?
The only thing I can think of is they're not showing us the replay that they came to the conclusion it was.
But that's where it's a joke, man. Right? See when they.
But why would they have access to a replay and not show us it?
We pay a lot of money, right? Everyone worldwide pays a lot of money for your club. You know, you pay TNT, you pay Sky, etc., right? Are we not fucking owed VAR? Are we not owed to see the replay that they're seeing?
Yeah, and I also think it just brings the game and
like, let's say it has to be clear and obvious to overturn the goal, and therefore it's factual. But if it's that factual, then they must have a clear. How are we not seeing a replay? It's a fucking joke, man. It's VAR ruins football. Here, maybe Celtic go on to win the game, maybe they don't. To me, that's irrelevant because seeing that moment, that is just re-refereeing.
We need to get rid of fear.
Yeah, like no, but
it's not work. It's failed.
Yeah, Braga had enough to win that game. Celtic could have went on and won it, but to just look at that moment in isolation, it's a disgrace. What are they even? Why? What are they doing? And what I would say, but see UEFA, right? We know UEFA referees the game to a different standard in our league. Our leagues, I don't even know what it is. Are you trying to tell me that in our league, Celtic at Celtic Park against Livy, get that against them?
Not a chance.
And that's not me saying, oh well, it's all corrupt. It's corrupt. They just don't do that. I don't know what they're doing. Honestly, man, we can fire Rangers on as well. That's Ibrox and that's Rangers against Stephen Presley's Dundee, right? Are they overturning that? To me, that is an awful decision. Tierney had a header saved. Braga then had a 4-on-1. Should do better. They don't. João Matinho comes on. Yes, that João Matinho didn't do anything. Tanecki has a shot saved. Carter Vickers has a header.
Mental, he's only 30. He's
39.
Mental, he's still only 39.
I remember the good old Monaco takeover back in the day. 2-0 though. Martinez. Celtic have a couple. Braga have a couple of shots. Scales blocks it. Then I think it was Dane Murray boots it onto the boot of Martinez. 2-0. Bang bang. Could have made it 3. Braga definitely deserved the win. Let's not pretend otherwise here. Celtic were absolutely toothless, but at the same time, you still have to admit they were denied a clear goal. Unless UEFA be interested, there'll be fallout for this game, but that's the thing, right? It's a league stage game, right? Say that's to knock Celtic out the semi-finals of the Europa League. I mean but they shouldn't look at incidents like that. That should just be looked at as what happened in the moment, not in the importance of the actual game and the overall outlook of the season. But for me, awful decision. And but they must have a replay. You can't overturn something without the facts, and they said it's factual. So
yeah, there's no movement from the ball to suggest it even hits his hand. There's nothing. There is nothing at that angle to suggest that. We're not even saying it's the slightest touch off the hand. It doesn't even look like. If the ball hit his hand, it would have changed direction, or it would have moved slightly. It didn't do any of that.
Yeah. And we know for a fact that the ref didn't go over to the monitor because it was factual. So
who was on the monitor? Was it Chris Boyd?
No, I tell you what, man. It said he did send the guy over to the monitor. What's he looking for? I don't know. Looking for 3 points because Celtic didn't get it anyway.
Is that not one of those cases though? If they say it's factual, the ref doesn't need to go and look at it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he doesn't need to go look at it. I just don't understand this. Yeah, maybe we'll get a replay, but we tend to get it with UEFA folks. They don't explain their actions. Not remember last year that the Bilbao Rangers game, the Sterling. He gave away a penalty and it should never have been a penalty. Then you had Dessers getting his fucking shirt ripped off against Bilbao and they never explained anything behind it. Anyway, Celtic have got 1 point out of 6 and Slavia Prague, not Slavia Prague, who to draw with? Red Star Belgrade. That point was good, but that point was going to be good on top of 4. That looks shite now, doesn't it? 1 point out of 6. Doesn't it? It does. The Jambo Bears had enough. He's away to eyeball it. Till next time. Peace.